Welcome back to the HISxHERS Podcast, episode 72. I almost forgot what podcast this was. I only do one podcast, I promise.
Are you sure? I feel like you've been cheating on me.
This is the only one.
Another podcast.
I almost called you the wrong podcast.
Yeah, like you kind of hesitated a bit.
Yeah, I did. That was weird. I don't know.
Huh?
Yeah, no, this is.
Is that not a red flag, ladies?
This is my one and only podcast. I promise. This is the only. This is where I lay my head at night.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Are you sure that this ain't your main bitch podcast?
This is the one and only.
On our side.
No, like I don't have.
Think that I don't see all of David's little funky friends trying to convince him to be in a podcast with them. You could never take my man. And let me make myself abundantly clear. Ain't nobody having him as their co-host but me. So y'all can stop sliding into my man's DMs and asking him about podcasts because he tells me every time.
It's going to be funny when I die and at my funeral, you realize I had a secret podcast on the other side of town. At my funeral, you're like, what the fuck?
Other people start showing up in the other podcast
claiming
merch.
to be my podcast host. Yeah, I never heard of you motherfuckers.
I'd be so mad.
Welcome back, episode 72 of the one and only podcast that I'm a part of currently.
Yeah, y'all's favorite couple podcast that we just do nothing but bicker.
Are we a couples? I mean, we do a podcast and we're a couple. Does that make us like a couples podcast?
I mean, I would.
Like, would you classify us, would you categorize us as a couples podcast?
I mean, yes. I'm like, do they sleep together? It's a couples podcast.
That's what?
Yes. It's automatically a couples podcast. If y'all sleep together, it's a couples podcast. Across the board. 100%.
Yeah, but like, are you a couples podcast or are you just a podcast and a couple? Like, I don't feel like.
What?
I don't
You're just switching around the words. It's the same
but
thing.
I think it has a different meaning, you know?
It's like people want a couple's input on things. It's a couple's podcast. Not just a podcast with people that happen to be a couple.
I think it's a podcast with people that happen to be a couple.
What kind of podcast?
I think that's us.
Would it be a couple's podcast?
Yeah, I don't think we're like a...
That's what I just said.
Like, I don't think we're like a love, like advice column. Like, we're not like ask, what's that one chick's name?
Please don't name drop right now. Please don't start nothing.
I don't even know the name, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
What?
I don't know.
Whisper.
Like some old lady back in the day that used to have like the column in a
Dear
magazine.
Abby.
Something. Yeah, we're not like one of those. You know what I mean?
Hey, I love me some Dear Abby.
I'm not saying this, but we're not that. That's all I'm saying.
Can I tell you something that I've never told you before? And I swear I've never told you before, which is so rare.
What?
Oh my God. I thought I was going to go to my grave with this, but I feel like this is the time to chime.
Okay.
So speaking of Dear Abby, Dear Abby was still around, and I think like her granddaughter or somebody in the family took over.
Right.
Right? So it's still a thing, or it was at this point. Oh my God.
Did you write into Dear Abby, babe?
Yes.
When?
Yes, I did. Shortly after you and I got together.
Did they respond?
Yes.
Oh God. Saying what?
So I was super young. Okay. And I had like nobody else to ask for their advice. And I was 19 and with a man that I really, really, really liked. Like I was falling in love with you immediately.
Of course.
And you had a son. And I didn't know, like,
yeah.
I just needed somebody to bounce this idea off of. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I wrote in. And I was like, I'm 19, and like, the only person that was talking to me about it was my mom when she found out. You know what I mean? And she was like, wait a minute, hold up now,
Glad you got a second opinion.
Okay, but it was like the most general response, dude. It helped not at all. Like, it was no help at all.
You got an automated message?
I straight up, they were like, contact us on another, we are out of office. No, it was just like the whole follow your heart shit. And I was like, no, I need the nitty gritty, bro. Is this stupid or not?
They're like, lady, we don't really fix shit.
We don't really know.
We're just here to give some vague and general advice because we don't want to be responsible for nothing.
It was just like, I don't know. Yeah, it was just a very, I can't remember verbatim, but it was so short. It was such a short response. And I was like, thanks for nothing. And like, okay, also it took like 4 to 6 weeks
What?
for a response.
Yo, I'm already married.
Point, I was already, exactly. Babe, no lie, you were already moved in by the time I got the response. And I was like, phew, thank God she wasn't like, oh my God, this is the worst decision ever.
I couldn't let Ask Abby or whatever beat me to it, you know?
Yeah. She was a staple. She was a staple. I loved Ask Abby.
Gabby or Abby?
Abby. I said Abby. I didn't say Gabby. I
just
said
now
Abby.
you said Gabby.
I did not say Gabby. Run it back.
I will.
Okay, great. See, I said Abby.
I'll make it sound like you said Gabby.
You're such a hater. But that's what kind of inspired me to make Ask Nikki, except mine's a little bit more ratchet, 100% more petty. And I definitely, you know, sometimes if I'm in the mood, sometimes that's why I call it mediocre advice, because I will advise my Amazons to be like, you know, just a little on his tires.
I'm surprised YouTube allows your Ask Nikki videos to go up.
Oh, they didn't for a while.
Yeah.
I actually haven't had an Ask Nikki go up in a minute. I'm about to bring it back.
Yeah.
This is like the first time I'm mentioning that, by the way.
Are you bringing it back?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you just now deciding that, or
No,
are you going to do that?
I've already filmed the video where I'm announcing it.
Oh.
I just haven't posted it yet, so it's.
No shit.
But I have thought about it and really put a lot of thought into it, and also like had to make sure that it was going to be within the confines of the community guidelines.
Well, yeah, of course.
Because for a minute there, you know, like we couldn't talk about nothing.
There'll be some crazy shit on there.
Well, you know, like life is crazy. My Glamazons, you know, they're a decent amount of crazy, like me.
Crazy attracts crazy.
So what does that say about you? That's what I thought. Speaking of attraction,
I'm a little crazy,
I know you don't like talking about this, but it is the buzz on this. The REITs, you already know what I'm about to say. Taylor Swift and Travis. Oh my God.
Do not care.
Travis Kelce.
Do not care.
Stop being such a Debbie Downer,
could not
David.
care less.
Just amuse me for a second.
Neither of these people.
I amuse you with your tea.
I am neither of these people's target demographic. All right.
It's just about like,
Don't care.
like literally the NFL's TikTok page, their bio changed to Taylor was here and the date.
All
Like,
this over Taylor Swift?
No, what do you mean? Oh my God! Please don't start this debate, please.
I got nothing against Taylor Swift.
No.
I don't.
Taylor Swift. She is a
What?
like icon of epic proportions.
Sure.
The amount of accolades that this young girl has, and like the amount of things that she has
First of
accomplished
all,
in her life.
she's as old as me, so if you think she's young, then you think I'm young.
I
So-
do think you're young.
So thank you.
But you think you're old, so I just
I am.
you're always
bro.
be old to me, babe. Okay, I'm your little young thing.
Right. I'm like, dang. That's why when I'm older, I'm like, dang, my girl's only 97, bro.
Exactly. Okay, I'm gonna be the young one on the street. So
Yeah.
but you know, I understand everybody like, okay, it's kind of a thing now on TikTok where women kind of ruffle their man's feathers by saying that Taylor Swift put Travis Kelce on the map.
Sure.
But see, it don't work, you guys.
Sure.
He don't let me have no fun.
Yeah,
because he's so petty.
I just want to say this. I just want to explain my stance, okay?
I know that you hate the Chiefs.
Fuck the Chiefs. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say, okay? Because without Taylor Swift, nobody would even know who the Chiefs are.
I heard.
I'm a Swiftie in that regard.
Through the grapevine that Travis Kelce is actually a really great football player and went like number 5 or something in the world's greatest football player. I mean, not the world's greatest, but like the best. Okay, so why are you making this right now? Yeah. Like, give him, you know, the props he deserves.
I do.
All right, let me ask you this.
He's like he's probably top 3 tight ends of all time.
Ooh, top 3. Dang, I mean that's crazy. Okay, but let me ask you this: would you
at least top 3? I'll put him
every time I
1.
say it? Oh my God!
All right, go ahead.
Are you done?
No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Say it.
Would,
And stop asking me about the Broncos, okay? I don't know what you guys are talking about. All right? Stop asking me. We got something. We got a plan in place. Okay,
What did you sing?
Yes. Just watch and learn.
Don't watch it. It's disappointing.
Yeah, don't watch it. Okay, go ahead.
I swear on everything, David. Would you, if you were in Travis Kelce's position, would you be okay with dating somebody as big and well known as Taylor Swift? Everybody's like talking about kind of the dynamic there. The entire stadium, I mean, just like it was electric, he said.
Right.
It was like everybody was just freaking out. Even his own, like, on his team, they were
Yeah,
like, "Oh my God,
it was like a
Taylor
football
Swift
game at a Taylor Swift
concert." Yes,
Yeah, like a Taylor Swift meet and
he
greet.
she was sitting there with his mom and like high fiving his mom.
We had like some weird high school
And he was over there
football
like
cheerleader
"No,
fantasy.
it's
These
serious,"
old people are
because
living
every
out.
girl, I don't care
weird.
I don't care what y'all say, but that is the cutest thing, and every girl wants that. Okay, like your man's down on the field and he's like smiling at you and his friends, and they're like, "Damn, you're so lucky!" High five, and you're like, "Oh my God," And she had like the red lipstick on that match. Oh, it's just so cute. It's such a cute song. And babe, at the end of the night, they rode off together in a convertible.
Wait, what, do you think they're going to walk home? Do you think they're going to take an Uber?
Get out.
To answer your question, though, I'm already with somebody who's like way more famous than me. So
No, not on this scale. Don't even.
I mean, relatively speaking,
Relatively speaking.
yeah, for sure,
Absolutely not.
for sure,
Absolutely not.
Yes.
I think that it's like
easily.
different when like a stadium full of people, babe, know who you're dating. And like, babe, okay, listen to this. You know how his brother was also an NFL player, right?
Still is.
But yes, I know. But
He's
saying,
like really great too.
I know, but what I'm saying is, ever since this news with Travis Kelce came out with Taylor Swift, his female jersey sales went up 400%. And beat out his brother in selling him female jerseys.
That album.
Oh my God.
That album when they break up is going to be
Oh my
classic.
God, stop it. Don't say, okay, but that's the thing. Everybody's like, best case scenario, we get a badass album out of this.
For sure.
Because that's one thing Taylor Swift can do well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but it's a cute story.
The video's going to be, like all the videos are going to be her in high school dating a football player. It's going to be kind of creepy. Yeah.
Okay, well, she kind of already, we're not going to get into that. But,
She's going to be like, yeah, I don't know.
but of course, along with every new relationship, there's always got to be an ex. Okay? And the ex comes out. And I don't know all the details. I'm just saying that this is something that a lot of us can relate to. This is the ex that comes around and just basically says that he's a cheater. And we're like mourning Taylor, like he's a cheater.
Sure.
But yeah, no, I remember when I got the woman to woman, he's going to break your heart speech. I remember that.
Women just behave.
I remember that very well.
Don't listen to them, Travis. Don't let them break your happiness. I'm not happy
That
for
was
you.
some ratchet shit that happened in the beginning of our relationship.
Very. But also very predictable.
Why? Because of who you knew? Oh, yeah, predictable for you.
All I knew was hood rats. That's all
I'm glad that you think that this is hilarious.
I did. So ridiculous.
Oh, my God,
man.
that talk is like the
Damn.
worst.
Girls can't
Just
just
want to
ever
let you know that, like, what did
Sure.
she say? She said that, like, you make somebody feel... Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. I'm so sorry.
Oh, God.
You make somebody feel very special, and then one day you'll just turn around and act like they don't exist and that you're an asshole. I've gotten that from two, that
Right.
you're an asshole.
Yeah.
And that
I might be.
that you're petty, which I know that you are.
Yeah.
You're Mr. Petty for sure.
Yeah.
Speaking of Mr. Petty, I know that this
I
is kind
have
of
my
old
mood.
news,
Yeah.
but did you hear about that Nicki Minaj's husband trying to go like talk shit to Offset. You don't know about any of this?
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Oh
I just
my
saw
God,
a meme because
babe.
somebody posted you remember that SpongeBob episode where there's the sea bear and they're warning, they're like, the only thing to protect Squidward from a sea bear is like drawing a circle in the sand.
Oh yeah,
Then somebody was like, Nicki Minaj's husband rolling up on which one was it? Offset? Mm-hmm. Rolling up on Offset, but he's like within a school zone. And the bear's like looks at the circle, then points at Squidward. He's like,
That's what people were saying in the comments. And I was like, oh my God. But when I tell you, I don't know what it is. I've never really like seen videos of Offset like talking or like, I don't know, just. But the way that he was giggling, that fucking cackle that he was doing, he was like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, I don't blame him.
And he was stepping off that jet, and I was like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah, when I heard about that, I was like, "They're like, oh yeah, Nicki Minaj's husband's people, and all his goons gonna run up on Offset." I was like, "He's literally I'm watching him on an interview right now on ESPN. Like he's at the CU game.
Wasn't he here?
Yeah, he was in Colorado. He was in Boulder. He was at the CU game when I was like, he's literally. I'm watching him right now,
dude. Everybody was here.
Yeah, that was
Colorado
crazy.
was popping that week.
I wish I would have went.
Man, we went one time,
long time
and
ago.
it was so packed.
That was like when we first got together
crazy.
too, huh?
Yeah, that was when we first got
Yeah,
together.
because they were playing
Went with your parents.
was it San Jose State maybe?
Oh, don't ask me. I don't know. I was just there for that.
I was like, who the fuck is San Jose State? And ended up beating the shit out of CU. I was like, oh.
I was still so young at the time. Like
Pretty
I saw
good.
we had to park, like just in like this random neighborhood, and it's nothing but college students that live there,
Yeah.
obviously. And we get out of the car, and there's like these kids out there in the driveway, just like fucking shots straight out the bottle, just shots. And David's mom was like, okay,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, she was like, this is where I need to be.
yup.
She was like, this is the spot.
Oh, we had fun. That was fun. It was just like so many people. But I bet it was crazy.
I was laughing the other day when we went to my niece's birthday party. I was like, all right, you want to take shots tonight? She's like, we're going to a kid's birthday party. I was like,
she's
how long have you been a part of my
7.
family?
I know. I just like, okay.
They're like, who wants tequila?
No, it's like my side of the family, y'all, don't drink at all. They do not drink at all. Okay. So I just kind of like I got into like the habit, right? And then, but David's family, it depends. Okay. Like we only took one shot.
If there's an occasion, like any reason,
But
they're going to drink tequila,
listen,
bro.
if it's taking place at his parents' house, count me out, dude.
It's a wrap.
I'm not going to be able to drive. Don't ask me for nothing. They always be offering the guest bedroom. Like they're fun. My in-laws are very fun.
Yeah, go ahead. Sleep here. And I'm like, I do not want to sleep here, man. Do you know how hard it is going to be to wrangle up my kids while I'm drunk?
Oh my God.
And try to get them to go to sleep here?
Hungover. No, in the morning. Could you
in
imagine?
the morning? No. I was like, these
Hungover
kids,
parenting is the worst.
these kids, especially Ezra, is way too particular. I'm not so much worried about Mila. Like, I think Mila would be okay, but Ezra, though, he'd be like, this isn't my bed.
We're going to spend the night here? Who's that?
Yeah. Where's my
Yeah,
Spider-Man
he has to know
light?
everything.
Where's my Paw Patrol light?
Oh, and in the morning, all right, I ain't even gonna lie. Okay, I spoil my kids. I do, and like they're used to like waffles and strawberries and eggs every morning
Not
with
just
their
waffles.
juice.
Actually,
chocolate chip waffles.
I think I'm responsible for the chocolate chip waffles.
You are responsible for the chocolate chip waffles. I
got
had
them
it
hooked.
regular waffles, and then
I got
David
them hooked.
introduced them to that, and
It was
now
the
they
same
expect
price.
it
How
every
could I
day.
not? It was the
They
same price.
expect it every day.
And I was like, shit, I might want some.
And it got to the point, y'all, like we ran out of waffles, right? And so I felt bad. And so I made them pancakes.
Yeah. They don't
And
really
like
like the
Julian's older
pancakes.
now, and he's like, really? Because we were so young. He was just eating cereal. I mean, I would cook him big breakfast on the weekends.
Hey, I survived off cereal for like the first 6 years of my life. With cereal.
David, this is why you are the way you are. Just kidding. I was just kidding.
survived.
Do you remember the days when like cereal toys used to be like so tight?
Oh yeah,
Like, they would have the
what
best
happened
cereal
to that?
toys. Man,
They don't
started being stingy. You hear me? They used to have the best. Or like one time they were giving out like some amazing Pokemon cards in the cereal boxes. And one of my cousins got a holographic. I think it was a Charizard, but
not no cereal box.
It was a holographic something. I'm not gonna.
Not a Charizard.
I don't remember.
Like,
the exact
you've been telling me I've been,
but
buying
it was a holographic one. Huh? Maybe. That's what I'm saying. It was like the best. Oh, and then like the big the cereal that was in the bag, top tier.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. It was cheaper.
It's huge.
Now it's crazy. Like it's like so small now.
You used to need your legs to pick it up.
Yeah,
like,
it was
dog food.
Dog food bags. It was straight up like dog food bags.
And it was like cheap as fuck.
Yes. But it was so fucking good.
So you're like, yeah, I'm gonna get this.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, and then
like I would dip my bowl in there, bitch, and just
now it's like the same size. It's like the same size.
It's the same exact bag as what's in a box.
Yeah, it's like why would I even buy this?
And it's like 20 cents less.
Yeah,
and I'm like, y'all. Okay, hold on.
No,
I got so pissed today. So we're trying to turn our life around and shit, y'all. Like getting ourselves in shape and like eating better and stuff like that. Like this is the time, when winter time is coming, and then bam, you pop out spring and summer. Like, hey, bitch. So that's where we're at right now. So I ran out of protein powder, and I decided to get some new one. And I heard about this Fruity Pebbles one, right? And I had like a lot of people recommending it, and I was like, I'm gonna try it, bitch. Why did it get here? And David opened it up for me, making fun of me the entire time. I had protein powder, but I need help opening it. I
was like, all these muscles, you can't even open your own protein powder.
Why was the container less than half full?
Yeah, just like
brand new, less than half full.
It's like 4 spoonfuls.
And the spoon is huge. And I don't know, like, it is just such an insult to me when they do that. Yeah. And, like, I get it. Like, it might need some air, the packaging. Okay. But you cannot tell me that picking something up off the shelf and, like getting something brand new, that when you open it and seeing less than half of the container full, it doesn't hurt your heart just a little bit.
Why do they do that?
I'm sure that there's some sort of reason. Somebody in the comments is going to be like, this is exactly why. Some scientific reason.
It's got to be like a being cheap but wanting to make it look like the packaging is bigger, so then you think it's a lot. But I would think, like, why not just make the bag the appropriate size, and then like I won't be pissed off, or just put a little bit more in there.
Was like, David, we cannot share this. This is not a shareable container right here.
Man, when I go to Chipotle, man, they be skimping in there too.
Do y'all remember Chipotle at its highest point?
I just need to know, like, if you work at Chipotle, is everything okay? Like, do they have like you guys' family tied up somewhere, and they're like, you better not fucking give a full scoop of anything, or else you'll never see your family again. And then you gotta be like, put my daughter on the phone. You're like, Dad, I'm okay. And he's like, that's enough. You know what I mean? Like, what is going on? Like, why is everybody? I'm like, can you put a full scoop? And like, they'd be like scared, like somebody's watching them.
I've heard forums that like there's a threat for them to get fired, or like they gotta pay for. I don't know. Like, I've heard like Reddit posts about it. Let us know if you guys work at Chipotle. Let us know the tea for real.
Yeah.
Like, what do they say to you? Like, why are you? Because it's not even. It's just the sprinkle. This motion right here pisses me the fuck off. Like, it's a spoon. You're supposed to go like this.
Yeah,
like
just,
this.
Just do it.
Just turn the wrist.
Yeah,
I don't need a sprinkle. Like, if you're doing a sprinkle of carne, it's going to piss me off. Like, it's not a sprinkleable thing.
Why not just get a smaller spoon? Why you got this big ass spoon and they're like, we're only allowed to put like 4 pieces.
And I just miss. Okay, and I was telling David earlier today. Okay, fine. Things might be changing. Things might be flipping around. There's, our resources and everything, and like meat and the cost of living. I get it. Mm-hmm. I feel, though, that Denver, especially, dude, should never have to undergo any of these changes because it originated here. Chipotle originated here. I feel like we should get like the special discounts. I feel like we should get like a hometown discount, bro. Yeah, exactly. Like, we need to like no extra for guac. Like, don't even tax us actually. Because like, this is your home. Like, you forget where you came from. Now you too big. Now you too famous. Now you too like
now y'all Hollywood.
You're hoity-toity and shit. And now we gotta. Oh, do you remember like? We used to
I was
get
like, man, I've even done work on the Chipotle headquarters here in Denver.
dang, and you still ain't getting no
nothing.
Chipotle card.
They didn't even give us like a coupon or nothing.
Do you remember? I don't know if they still do it, like the Halloween burritos. If you show up in your costumes.
Oh yeah.
But I think they changed the rules, and like they used to have it like if you wore foil for your Halloween costume, and people, I don't know, but the burritos were huge. They used to be huge ass burritos. Do y'all remember?
That's why I always laugh when people be like, Chipotle is not real Mexican food, right? I'm like, I don't care. I just want a 5-pound burrito, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Y'all, I wish David would look at me the way he looks at burritos.
Oh, I love burritos.
I'll be like walking past him and his phone, and it's just burritos being made. and
I'm like, you know me so well, TikTok.
It has like romantic music in the background, and like, I'm like, do you need a moment alone? Like, are you okay? And every time it's just like the bigger the burrito, he be watching videos of them like, making it in the ground and shit.
Yeah. Oh man. It's an art form. I love burritos, man. Smothered. Oh man. Yeah. I was watching this one, man. I'm not like 800 pounds is beyond me. Because I was watching this video where like this guy just like making this burritos, and they're like, would you eat this? And it's like fucking like pasta in it, and then like just a shit ton of rice and beans, and then they put fries inside of it with like guac and salsa, and I'm just like, would I eat that? Are you kidding me? I would shoot it up like heroin. Like, forgive me, would I eat this? If I was in a coma and you just broke it open, I would wake up.
Because, I don't mean to bring it, but people love the tea. And it's just so funny the things that precede you as a person. Because one time, one of David's exes was like, does he still eat 2 Chipotle burritos back to back? And does he still do that? And I was like, yes, bitch, he does.
Like that's some secret information. Like everybody knew that about me. It was like a party trick I would do.
Like that was something that.
You know why? Because I was like skinny as fuck. So people were like, how the fuck are you eating? I mean, obviously it caught up, but
I'm not gonna lie though. No, it didn't. Hush your mouth. You look amazing.
Like,
don't say stuff like that about my husband, because I will fight. What was crazy about it is like I remember seeing it for the first time.
Yeah.
And eating with you for the first time.
Yeah.
And I was so confused when you came to the table.
And it wasn't as expensive.
With 3 entrees. No, it wasn't. But you were coming, and I remember you. Be respectful.
Of course.
You came to the table with 2 burritos for yourself. Like, you sat down, and I think I had a bowl or something, but I was so confused by that 3rd burrito, and I was like, is it for Julian? No. And then your ass opened that. You said, crumple, open, and the next. And I wasn't even done with my meal yet. He ate them so fast, and so like,
you know why? Because working construction.
You
force me to
your
eat, just eat my food like so fast because you only get a half-hour break.
Nah.
Which I don't know. A half-hour lunch isn't shit.
It's
crazy. Not shit. It's crazy how fast 30 minutes goes by.
No.
You're like, fuck, I gotta eat this food.
I was working in offices. David was like, you get an hour? And I was like, hell yeah, I've been going shopping and shit.
Like an hour lunch, I'll take a nap. I would fucking
Pobrecito, I used to feel so bad for you.
Yeah, half-hour sucks.
Half-hour is terrible because like y'all work 10-hour days sometimes, you know?
Yeah, you get a half-hour. And then like, you know, you get like a little 15-minute break in the morning maybe.
Nah, this is why you always got in trouble for being in the porta potties for too long.
Yeah.
You took ownership of your breaks.
I was like, shit, I'm going to get my break. So, you know, like, I don't care.
Yeah.
And, I would just be arguing on Twitter or just do whatever.
Of course.
Or on Facebook.
So let's talk about Twitter. How many people were arguing, or have you been made fun of because your Broncos? That was kind of crazy. Do you want to talk about it at all, or is it just too sensitive of a subject at this point in time?
I was hoping the Dolphins would go for the record. I was really hoping they would go for 73 points. I would have done it. Here's the thing. When it comes to like sports, especially like professional sports, I'm all for running up the score.
Okay.
I don't mind it at all.
I vote that we have a T-shirt that says, when it comes to sports, ... David. Because that tends to be something that you say in every episode. When it comes to sports,
I don't say that.
When it comes to sports, when it comes to
put
football,
together the clips, and
when it
I'll
comes
admit
to
it.
fine,
Put together a montage.
I will put it together, and if I do, I want you
that.
to insert it right here. I'm gonna do it. That's my homework.
She's not gonna do it.
When it comes to sports.
Nah, I don't mind running up the score. It don't bother me. You know what's funny? There's tweets of me saying that like days before the game. People are like, "What do you think the final score of the Broncos Dolphins game is going to be?" And I was like, 72-71. I was a little off on the Broncos score. But
Yo, a little bit.
But I pretty much nailed the Dolphins score.
Gosh.
So yeah, I wasn't surprised.
That was crazy.
And to be honest with you, I like the Dolphins. I like their coach, Mike McDaniel. He's from Denver. He used to be the Broncos ball boy back in the day. Like he grew up here. So yeah, I'm rooting for the Dolphins. I would say.
David tries to act like he's not butthurt about shit.
I'm not butthurt about it at all.
It's
Plus, one step closer to getting Caleb Williams, who's the number 1 quarterback in this draft, which is all I care about right now. We got to rebuild.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes. Rebuild that empire.
That's right.
Speaking of.
Yes.
This is a serious question.
Jesus. What?
Do you ever think of the Roman Empire?
I remember you asked me this the other day. You're like, do you ever think of the Roman Empire? And I was like, how did you know?
I'm being so serious. Like, okay.
Yeah, I do. I do think about it. Yeah.
I didn't want you to go into depth about why. Like, I was fully expecting you to say no. Because you've never, I mean, I guess like in my memory, maybe once or twice, but you never really brought it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm not like a Roman Empire like expert by any means. Like I don't really know too much.
But why think about the Roman Empire?
I think because maybe like the Roman Empire, I think of it in this context because the rule or the reign of the Roman Empire was similar to what America has, how long America has been the main, empire, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. So the fact that we get closer to like the Roman Empire fall date, I keep like anything like something crazy happens like in America, I always think back to like, damn, maybe we won't outlast the Roman Empire. Like in my head, I'm
so
like,
you think of it
I'm
as
not
like,
competing against the Roman Empire. I'm like
when Doomsday
we just gotta
happens?
beat them. We just gotta beat them.
What?
We just gotta beat the Roman Empire.
That's
the way I think about it. I don't know like how other dudes think about it or in what context, but I didn't even know that was a thing. So when he said that, I was like kind of weirded out. I was like, how did you know?
Yeah, you did. Like
I was like, yeah.
I didn't even think to film it or anything because I was like, nah. I was so confident that you were.
I didn't know like it was
really.
a thing. Yeah.
And like there was, I think like a handful of dudes that like came on TikTok and they were like, no, like this is a bunch of bullshit. But a lot of guys are actually like, yeah, I think about it quite often. You know what it's comparable to that a lot of women have been talking about for us?
Taylor Swift.
Don't be funny.
Sorry.
Do enough of that.
I'm sorry.
Egypt.
What about Egypt?
We think about we think about ancient Egyptians all the time. We think about the time of Cleopatra all the time.
Why?
Because, babe, her reign was so crazy, and who she was going through, and like, who? Do you know who she married?
She was
Napoleon,
baby. Right? Or no? Was that Alexander? Who did she marry? She wasn't even Egyptian, right?
Well, I don't know about her bloodline. No, she wasn't.
She was like some white lady from, like,
babe.
Estonia or something.
Okay.
She's like Russian.
Miss Ma'am was very smart, and she like went out on her own terms. She never let men tell her what to do. She was like, and she was associated with Julius Caesar.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm so stupid.
So we think about that quite often, and like I wouldn't say the origins, but like one of the main origins of makeup and the use of makeup and the use of color on the face and everything, eyeliner and stuff like that. I mean, she was like,
that makes sense. My auntie Sarah was really into
Cleopatra and like Egyptian,
shit. I remember her whole apartment was like Anytime I'd move her, it'd just be like a bunch of Egyptian shit. And I'd be like, what?
Yeah, it's just something regal about it. I don't know.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
Like all her lamps and shit were like Egyptian themed, and I was like, this what?
So I think that's what we think about the most. I don't know why you have that face, because like when I met you, the way that you were living was quite crazy. So
I'm not judging.
I mean, at least she had lamps.
Yeah,
you know, because
I didn't. I'm very minimal.
if is that what we're calling it?
I was like,
you were a step away from mattress on the floor, homie.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were.
No, I was not.
Yes, you were.
I had a bed frame. I had a mattress. I had a desk.
You had no sheets.
They were in the wash.
No, they weren't.
I didn't have sheets.
You didn't have no sheets.
You know what I did have?
You just had a comforter.
I had like the big, like Native American blankets with like that are like so fuzzy, and they have like a big old elaborate portrait of like a wolf on them. And
oh
stuff.
yeah, those are the best.
Those things are. That's
like
all I needed.
The heavy ones that have the that design on them.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I had those
Native
too.
American designs.
Yeah, I had
the crocheted ones.
I had some of those.
Beach. Those were the best.
Yeah, I had a black.
But
and
the
white
ones
one.
you can get at the pulgar, listen.
Yeah, those.
And it's always like the wolf
Or like a lion or
or
something.
the dream catcher, the lion,
Yeah.
the
they'd have like a horse on them.
Oh yeah,
majestic stallion with the full moon behind it.
Yes.
I was like, man, I never seen a horse like that. But yeah, those things are like so fuzzy, and
I made the best forts.
Yeah, like
my grandma had a collection of blankets,
especially like in the wintertime. Like,
I mean, I don't know a lot about that because I lived in Texas, but
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get.
You
so
know,
cold.
they're really great for like temporary curtains. You know what I mean?
They do work for that, actually. Yeah,
they work really well. So.
We need to get some. How do we not have any
like
right
little
now?
Blackout action.
You know why I think I like the Spider-Man blanket and the Angry Birds blanket we used to have?
Because it's a material. That's exactly what it is. Y'all have that blanket smelling like pedos and patas. Let me tell you something. Okay, so this all started with a blanket, an Angry Birds blanket that I got for Julian Christmas. I think he was like 6 or 7 years old, and he was really into Angry Birds, so I found him this Angry Birds blanket, and he opened it. He loved it. Well, while he was away, David would be using that blanket, and all of a sudden they started fighting over that blanket, and I mean for years, until we even got into this house.
I think Nikki threw it away, by the way. I think she got rid of it.
I did not.
I think you did.
I did not.
She was tired of us fighting over it, and I think she got rid of it.
I don't know what happened to that blanket.
I
don't know what happened to that blanket.
You sound so guilty right now.
So I knew that the blanket was missing. So I wanted to be a good person.
Okay.
And I said, you know what? Julian had a blanket that he really enjoyed for a lot of years. And Ezra, hadn't had his first blanket yet. And so I got him a Spider-Man blanket. And I didn't know that, I never know which blanket, because I buy a lot of blankets. I don't know which ones they're going to find the best. So I get this blanket for Ezra, and he has it for maybe a day or two. And all of a sudden, Julian and David are like, this is my blanket. And they're fighting over it to the point where, you guys, David got up to go pee off the couch, and he had been laying there, and Julian was laying further down the couch, and Julian waited for David to get up to go pee, and David had this spider sense, and I just see David zoom back to the couch, but it was too late. Julian had gotten the blanket, and they just fight over it, and now it just it smells like boys.
Yeah, Julian ruined it.
I gotta get some more blankets. Evidently, I
like it because it's long enough.
Long enough for what?
Up, from
your whole body
to my feet, I could tuck my feet in it. Most of the blankets, either I gotta pick which one's not gonna get covered.
Can't I just get you a Snuggie?
No.
Why? It's the same thing.
No, it's not the same thing.
It'll cover your whole body. It even has a hood. A place to put your arms and stuff.
No.
Let me get you a Snuggie. Just say that.
Just give me a blanket.
We're gonna have to go to the flea market and go find us.
I just need one that's long enough. We should get one of those blankets.
Yeah, we should. Those are some good blankets.
We need some of those. It's like cuddling up to a bear or something. No, that's not it.
No,
I don't know how to explain it. It's just instant warmth. Like if I was freezing in Antarctica and all I had was that blanket, like I'd be fine.
Oh yeah, you would survive at the top of a mountain with that fucking blanket. You could cocoon yourself and like never be frozen in time. Like you would just
like I'd sweat probably a little bit. Like, it's kind of hot.
Yeah, for sure.
It looked cool as fuck too.
It's so funny that we just like really enjoy the things. Like I try to find similar blankets. I don't like, like the little decorative blankets on like Target and stuff. Like I like them for the aesthetic, but they're just not, they don't give the same feel. So
yeah, see, those blankets are always a problem because they're like, they don't cover me up. I'm like, God damn it. Like pull it up, it's like my feet are all out. I'm like, I don't like it.
So funny because like you and I are similar in a lot of ways, but we're different in a lot of ways. So like we think the same when it comes to like blankets and stuff. But there was this one situation that happened this past week and I fucking knew it. And it's just like so different from like the lives that dads live versus moms. So as you guys know, Ezra's in football, right? And the situation with snacks comes up, because you have like snacks for the kids throughout their games.
Yeah.
And the first game that we had, because David is the coach, we were going to be bringing the snacks. And I told David, I was like, hey, baby, go get some snacks for the kids. And I told him, I was like, get them, a few little snacks and like a little drink and this and that, right? So he goes and I look in the back of the truck and he had gotten some Gatorades. And then he got one box of chocolate granola bars.
What else you need?
Okay. So it turns out I was like, all right, let's just check it out. In my mind, immediately, girl, red flag for me. Okay.
Why?
I'm going to tell you why. Because moms nowadays are fucking different. Okay. It's a different breed and it's the doing the most generation. And I already know that like, that's just how we are. So we get to the game and it turns out that another mom was going to be bringing the first snacks. Sure enough, she pulls out these Ziploc bags and it has like this little beef jerky in there. It has like these little salt chips. It had a little electrolyte drink and something else. It was like 4 things in there. And I'm looking at David like, yeah, like it's a whole. So I
didn't know like she was going to go like all out.
That's
like that.
what it is now. That's what it is.
I was like, damn.
Like it's a whole. So when we did our snacks, I think I put it on my stories. So we did like some little cheddar puffs. We did a little tangerine orange, some applesauce, and a little flavored water.
So when I was a kid, it was like, after game, you get like a Capri Sun, maybe like a
parents don't like a whole lot of sugar nowadays
or something like that.
Like
this lady gave the kids like organic cherry water, or some shit. And I took a drink of it, and I was like, "What is this?"
Stop! And then Ezra asked for the beef jerky, and it was made out of mangoes.
Oh, he was pissed. He was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "It's not." I'm so sorry.
But I did the same thing. I got like the organic. I got like the, I did. Just trying to be respectful of other people's choices with their children. Okay. So y'all let me know. Okay, when you have to provide for your kids class, it makes me so stressed out because I just feel like there's like this big like judgment just waiting to happen from moms to other moms. And like, I don't think, no, babe, you don't understand. Dads get to just go in there and just be like good dads. You're there and like, okay, cute. It's like, oh, his dad. But like the moms, your kid has to be prepared, well dressed, clean, well behaved, fed well. Your snacks gotta be great. Like if you participate in the bake sale, bitch, you better have the best cupcakes in the yard. Like, you know what I mean? And I know because like I remember all the judgment that I got when I was like junior school and stuff. I've already gotten a taste of it. And I freaking knew it.
Well, women are judgy anyway.
Yeah, it's even worse when you're a mom.
Guys are judgy about everything.
I just knew it. I knew your little funky granola bars were not going to cut it.
I was going to do it unapologetically. Like, there you go.
But you know what? If a dad does that, I don't think that anybody would say anything about it. But if a mom were to hand out just some like a box of granola bars and like, hey, kids, the other moms would be like, oh, my God. Look at what she's
I don't know, man. Where I'm from, that's how we did it, That's how we did it. It was just like, we're happy. Like, kids, we're happy. We're like, hell yeah. We got oranges at halftime, which was tight.
I don't know. I think it's so weird that we're already at this phase of our life where we're the parents on the field. That's crazy.
Also, too, like, our parents would fight the other parents during our Pee Wee games. So, it's a little bit different now.
It wasn't in Pee Wee, and my mom wasn't at games, my love.
I'm sorry.
I think that was just a you thing.
Really bringing us down, babe.
I was packing boxes, bitch.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
You gotta laugh at it.
What
You gotta laugh at it.
What do I even say to that?
That's why I'm so excited because, my
What?
kids. I'm so excited because
okay.
the kids get to,
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
and about it, and David's the coach and stuff. Like he coached Julian, and it's just really cute.
Yeah,
It's very, very cute.
It's a good time. Ezra has fun. He runs around.
Yeah.
Right now it's just kind of teaching him what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, every kid gets a turn, like running with the ball. We just do one play. We just give it to him, and then just let them run.
Cute.
And I tell Ezra, I was like, all right, man, which way are we running? And he's like, to the houses. And I was like, no, to the mountains. Run to the mountains, okay? Just run all the way to the mountains. He's like, I'm going to run to the houses. I was like, Ezra, do not run to the houses. I'm telling you right now, do not run to the houses. And then the ref was like, are you guys ready? And I was like, just a second.
All stressed out.
I'm arguing with my kid. I was like, no, run to the fucking mountains, Ezra. And he looks at me and he's like, okay. I give him the ball. He runs right to the fucking houses, which is the opposite way, out of bounds. And I just perpendicular to the, he just runs straight out of bounds. I was like, he wasn't fucking joking.
It's a good time. It's a good time,
And then
guys.
the kids would run out of bounds and Ezra's just there pulling this kid's flag fucking a whole minute after the play's over.
Oh my God.
He just runs up and he's like,
well, you know what? He's getting it down. It is so funny because when Ezra did that, Ezra's grandpa's on the sideline.
3 plays in a row.
Yeah, and Ezra's grandpa's on the sideline. He was like, good job, bud. You're getting it. Yeah, you know what? He's got to master the flags. Don't worry. Good job. Do it again. I was like, no.
I was like, sometimes you got to hit him out of bounds, set a tone.
And it's just so funny, 3 generations there with all the boys together. It's so sweet to see all y'all. Because aw.
I make them feel you, son.
Anyways, but, being parents and what else? There was something else that I wanted to tell you about real fast.
What?
Oh, hey.
I got a couple questions if you want to.
I wanted to update you guys. We went on our date night, you guys. We went on our date night, but guess where we went? Just take a wild guess. We went to a comedy show. Because I'm not already with a comedian, you know what I mean? So we went to a comedy show, but it was so much fun. And afterwards, we tried to go to I don't know why David and I do this. I don't know why you and I do this.
What's that?
But we try to go to fancy spots it's going to work out. So we go to this wine bar. David doesn't like anything on the menu. And by the fucking way.
That's fine.
No, I'm snitching.
About what?
Remember the conversation that we had about David being a picky eater? Okay. Well, I make dinner.
What about it?
I make dinner. And I made a fantastic, well-balanced, nutritious dinner. And I had peas and carrots on the side. David didn't touch that now piece, okay? And later that night, he decides to tell me.
I don't like peas.
He doesn't like peas.
I don't like them. I don't like the way they taste. They taste weird.
So he don't like peas. He don't like mashed potatoes. He don't like cheese. He don't like sour cream. He don't like.
I like potatoes.
No, you don't.
Yes, I
not
do.
unless they're fries. What are you talking about?
I just don't like the texture of mashed potatoes.
Oh my God. Okay. What else?
That's it.
No.
That's pretty much it. I'm a simple man.
Babe, I tried. You said veggies. I gave you veggies, and it still was bad. You did not want it.
Yeah, no, that's my fault.
You're just difficult.
I didn't tell you I didn't like peas. That's on me.
I thought you said that you liked anything green.
Except for peas.
Just pray for me, you guys. Pray for me, okay? Pray for me.
I'm sorry.
There's just no winning. But with that, we gonna go ahead and sign off, y'all. We hope you guys have.
I got a couple questions if you want to go. I mean, that's 7 minutes behind.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, what are we doing?
I just got some questions. I asked on Instagram for people to send some questions or whatever they want to hear us talk about. So
okay.
Here's one. How often is it okay to go out with friends while married with kids? What time is acceptable to be home?
Ooh, you can answer first.
I don't know. I feel like with us, like, we don't really put a limit on each other. We just ask for like communication, I guess, while you're out and about, just kind of like checking in. But I feel like if you're gonna like, we let each other know ahead of time, like, hey, do you mind if I go out?
You sure are stuttering a lot. You just
I just want to be clear.
What is ho? Oh, what's up? Just say
you ain't get us copyright.
Sorry.
Yeah, we just let each other know ahead of time, and then we just kind of check in while we're doing it, and then, I mean, it's up to you. Up to you and your whoever you're with. But I don't know. I don't feel like we put like crazy limits on each other.
I'm a little bit more, I don't know, definite. I think that right now, with what David does, I mean, going out with friends, I would say when you got kids, it's hard because like a lot of their events and stuff go on the weekend. Yeah. So I would say like twice a month with friends. And as far as an appropriate time to get home, just, I don't know. I feel like, man, the devil's out at night, okay? I prefer for you to be home at a decent hour. I would say like midnight is like about my max.
You be getting home at some crazy times.
Okay, I didn't say, listen. I hardly go out with Khadijah.
When you
do. I feel like when I go out with her, I'm like, you get to see your friends you get to see your friends at least twice a week, every week.
I'm not tripping.
So it's different. I go months without seeing Khadijah. So yeah, when we go out, I might get out like, you know, I might get home at like midnight, 12:30. I think the latest I got home was like 1. What? Wait.
Yeah.
We got home at like 3.
Sure. Yeah, let's go with 3.
We were celebrating.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And you know what she was doing?
I will not apologize. What?
She was out watching another comedian. Can you believe that? Can you believe that?
Are you talking about the one that we went to the bar with?
The betrayal.
Or my bestie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little guy. Just kidding.
Dude, I can't wait. I might tell like a story time because he's got like an HBO special and shit. Okay. But he was like, I don't know. I'm pretty positive he has a person. He was out there with my bestie. It was a little messy.
Hey. Let's see what else we got. And yeah, somebody brought up the Roman Empire.
Oh, the Roman Empire. But to answer your question, it really is about communication. Because like when David goes out, he'll text me and be like, babe, I'm here. Yeah. And like, hey, babe, I'm letting you know, just like, you know, I'm just hanging out with my homies and I'm going to leave in like 15, 20 minutes. Like he'll let me know like when he plans on leaving. And then, yeah, I don't know. I
don't really stay out very late anyway. I'm like, I need to go home.
I enjoy being around you, you know?
Yeah.
You have to enjoy being around your person. So I don't feel the need to go out with my friends all the time.
Yeah. No, I think it's good. I think
it is good. You need to go out with your friends. Mm-hmm. But like don't allow it to like infiltrate all the time where you're out all the time.
As long as like
make time for each other too.
Like we don't disrespect each other, but they're like, I'm just gonna be gone, and then it's just so one-sided.
No.
Although I would say I do go out more than you do. Only because I do stand up like maybe once or twice a week.
He's found a loophole, you guys.
Found a loophole.
That's what he did.
No, if I get lucky, there'll be like a comedian friend.
Oh, you trying to get lucky?
Shut the
That's what you're doing now?
God,
oh, okay.
If I get, not like that.
No, I know exactly.
If I get lucky, when I go to these open mics, maybe there might be like a comedian friend that I know. That's there too. I'm like, oh, cool.
And spend all the time.
Look, like I won't be
every
here
time
by myself. You know,
you found a loophole.
But there are a lot of like I would say like 80% of the time I'm at an open mic and I'm just there by myself.
Okay, well I think I'm gonna start going to like mimosa conventions and maybe my friends will just so happen to show up. We're all into the same shit. So Because you found a fucking loophole.
It's not a loophole.
And one of my friends, she has a boutique, y'all, and she just got her liquor license, so she's been doing sipping and shopping.
At a boutique?
Yes, at a boutique. She did. It's in Northfield, y'all. Y'all should go visit. It's called Simply Fashion. Simply Fashion. Oh. And she just got her liquor license, so you can go in there and have like a little mimosa, shop around, get you your fall essentials. It's for cute.
Why not just become a restaurant or a bar?
She doesn't want to be a restaurant. She doesn't want to be a bar.
Why not?
It's like the same concept as having a mimosa with like when you're getting your nails done. I don't need your opinion around in this realm.
You gotta stay out of women's business.
Just please. I don't. No, thank you.
I did not. I did not.
But he has found a loophole, and he sees his friends all the time, and so that is why sometimes I kind of push it when it's with Khadijah. And besides, you know Khadijah very well. Like
that's
we've all known each other like as long as we've known each. Like she's known you and known me as long as we've been together.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's crazy that I've known her longer than you. Isn't that crazy?
Babe, you literally met her one time before you met me.
I did.
So I don't really consider, no, because like you annoyed the shit out of her and then she never saw you again. And then when she did see you, we were already together.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd ever I was just talking shit. And then I was like, yeah, that's probably the end of that.
I was like,
next thing I know, this lady's in my wedding.
I thought I was like, oh, you must know David, like kind of like your other friend's girl that like knew y'all and said that she was around y'all all the time and would smoke with y'all and stuff because that's what y'all would do.
Not me. I didn't smoke.
Guys, like she was one of those that would like call them by their government names. It was just so. But anyways, I remember asking Khadijah because I thought it was maybe that situation. She was like, girl, I literally met David one time for like 5 minutes and like. Yeah. She was like, I was like, okay. Yeah.
I was talking a lot of shit.
So, yeah. My point is that you like know who I'm with, And yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
What's up? I don't know your little friends.
You met him.
One time. Ooh. Okay, so I can be out at night with like girls that you don't know?
Like who?
Just I say I meet them and we have the similar interests and I'm with them. And like I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be out with so and so. Because that's essentially what it is. That's what it is.
No, I'm not going out with anybody. I'm going to go do stand-up comedy and see maybe.
Are you out when you're going to do stand-up comedy?
I can't. And
are your friends out with you? Are your friends out with you? Are your friends out with you? Okay, so you're going out with your friends to do stand-up comedy. That's what you're doing.
No.
Yes.
Not even close. Although one of my friends did come out there last Friday, which I hadn't seen that guy in like 15. By the way, shout out to Jesse. He watches every
Jesse.
episode. I didn't believe him.
I've heard stories.
And then he showed me on his phone. He's like, yeah, man, but I've been listening to every episode. I was like, no, you haven't.
Aw, that's so
He's like, yeah. He's like, check it out. And I was like, damn, you did for real.
Aw, that's sweet. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah. So shout out Jesse. Thank you for listening.
I think it's really cool. Like when we went to our date night, David's friends were there, and so
Yeah, one of them was doing the one of them performed. John. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. He's super talented comedians. Very talented. I had a really good time.
Yeah, they were really good.
I had a really good time.
At the High Plains Festival. But yeah, so take us out.
You take us out. All right, me.
I do the intro, you do the outro. Why do we got to go over this every week?
Oh my gosh. You ain't got to yell, calm down. You need to go hang out with your friends. Jeez. Anyways, y'all.
I'm leaving in an hour and a half.
You are. See, he's taking off again.
Wrap this up. I got shit to do.
Single mom who works 2 jobs, who loves her kids and never stops. I love y'all so much.
You know what I hate? It's like if like somebody you say, oh yeah, like, oh, where's your wife? You're like, oh, watching the kids, or like my wife's gonna go out, I'm gonna watch the kids. They're like, you mean take care of your kids? Like, shut the fuck up. I'm gonna watch the fucking kids. Okay, if I want to say I'm babysitting my kids, that's what I'm gonna say. All right, I'm with these kids all day. Don't fucking sit here and judge me because of some weird semantics thing you have going on. Like, you're not babysitting your kids, you're taking care of your kids. Do you want to watch them? You watch them and tell me you're not babysitting. You know?
Oh my God.
I just hate when people do that shit. Like, shut up.
We love y'all
and it's
so
always people
much.
that don't have kids,
We're
too.
We're going to see
like,
you guys next week to start your week off right. Okay. We love y'all so much.
I had to get that off my chest.
And we'll see you guys on Monday. Don't forget to follow us on the side on our socials at the HISxHERS Pod. And you can always find me at the Nikki Glamour and David at I'm David Cisneros, especially for his comedy stuff. Yeah. Thank y'all so much for coming to join us and chilling with us today. We hope y'all's week is amazing, and we will see you guys in our very next episode to start your week off right next Monday. Peace out.
Yeah, babe.